hard, man.
And I just found out that sound really come from Battle Cat and the Eastie
Yeah.
Boys. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's crazy.
Like
Yeah,
JFK.
Battle Cat is like family.
Mm-hmm.
Like for real, for real. That's love. That's hard as hell. Question for you is like, what song on this project is an Eve record? Like, what song do you believe like you could just wake up and do this? When people hear it, they like, oh, that's an Eve record.
Which one? I ain't gonna lie. Like, we could probably say like either like off of Perky. Like that's Eve. Like
Yeah.
like off of Perky is like my like turned up lifestyle. Like that's what a nigga be on. Like that shit funny. Like, but I'll say like a record that like say like a lot about me probably too is Keys. That's number 3 on the album. Yeah. So like off the Perky or Keys, like either one of them. For sure Mic Check too. Like that's a nigga too. That's a nigga. Like that's what. Like that is Eve. But if you asking like a person up like what's happened like persona, like most likely off of Perky.
Off of Perky. That's hard. You always gotta have them records on the joint.
Mm-hmm.
A few of the tracks are sampling some huge classic records. Do you feel any pressure as far as expectations go to create your own classic, or do you just zone in and do your thing?
Shit, like I said earlier, like I feel like I gave them enough. Like people might tend to focus right now on the samples because obviously they know it, so it's familiar to the ear. So they gonna focus on that for sure. But when you go back and listen to the whole album, like you gonna hear like, damn, like the samples are hard and I hear them, but this nigga spitting. Like, he's saying some shit. Like he funny. Like. You feel what I'm saying? All that, like a mixture of like this nigga really talented, this is a really funny ass nigga, this nigga on one, like all that mix, like you gonna hear it, like you feel me? Like I definitely feel like the samples was just like an add-on, like a plus, like cause not like that, like all them samples that I sample, like them songs that I love.
Yeah, I feel you.
You feel what I'm saying? Like them songs that I genuinely love, that I told him specifically, like, look, sample these. Like this.
And that's a challenge in itself because you love the song so much, it's in your head. So to go in there and create something original and get in your own pockets and shit, it's impressive. Like everybody can't do it. Sometimes they just say the same words and flip it a little bit, but you creating your own shit. Like it's a challenge. It's respect.
So like you said, it's a challenge. So when you actually sit down and listen to the song, like you gonna hear like. Then like not even the hooks are the same. Like, you feel me? Like, and I feel like people gonna respect it.
Did you go in there like consciously thinking of that? Like, I'm gonna make sure niggas know. Like,
yeah, for sure. I'm going there constantly thinking in my head like, all right, like these samples is hard that I genuinely love. People gonna hear this off the dribble. They gonna really listen and be like, okay, like let me see what he talking about. Like you feel me? Like it's only right. Like it's like if you come to the court, you the flyest. Like you definitely finna get judged the hardest.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you weak, niggas finna be like, you are weak as fuck. Like you feel me? Like you even weaker because you wore all that shit.
Right.
Like you feel what I'm saying? Oh God.
For sure. Some people complain about the lack of originality in today's music. Although you do have samples, a lot of the lyrics are original. Do you keep that in mind when recording, or how do you feel about people's take on lack of originality in today's music?
To be honest, bro, like I love what Drake just told that nigga Joe Budden. He basically told him like, nigga, like you mad at me because I'm doing what I want to do. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like why you even worry about me? But at the end of the day, like I'm glad you worried about me. Like you feel me? But your worry is not needed. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Straight up, like just like that, because I genuinely feel like I did my shit and like I wanted to do this. So if I wanted to do something, like. You feel me? You really can't tell me that it wasn't the right move or not. You feel me? I got a lot more music in the chamber. This is what I wanted out right now. I got a lot more songs with him. This is what I wanted out right now though. So it's like I feel like all that you use too many samples, this and that. Like people haven't said it to my face yet, but like I knew people was gonna think that.